guard. At 6'7", number 34.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Our game tonight. Now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Deni Avdija.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Then it's White. Then there's Ayton. And it's McCain in at the shooting guard position. And for the Trailblazers, they've got Porzingis also clinging out there. And it's Henderson in at the point guard position. One thing, Doris, that should attract a lot of attention in this game, that matchup at the guard position. That is going to be special.
Well, that's the point of attack on both ends of the floor. And it's always fun to see skilled and capable guards duel it out. It is like watching a great chess match.
Here's Ayton. Outside Tatum. Clock at 6. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Here's McCain. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Now here's Henderson. 12 points his last outing. Pass to Bledsoe. Here's Porzingis. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
Just strong work defensively there in the low post. You got to be tough down in the paint.
Boy, he really anchors well on the block. Very difficult to back down.
And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Doris, some great shooters on this Boston team, but at times, don't you think they settle from the perimeter?
Well, Kevin, obviously, this is a coaching staff that puts a heavy emphasis on three-point shooting. They led the league in makes, they led the league in attempts. But obviously, your two best players, Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown, with their size and athleticism and driving ability, you want to try to find the right balance. They do a great job of that.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
The 3-ball. And Klingon pulls it down. And so Henderson will bring it up for Portland. It's a 3-point game. Shakur passes to Bledsoe. Henderson outside. Here is Shakur. Fades back, and there it is for him.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
Brown inside, guarded by Bledsoe. Here's White. And his first shot of the game, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Henderson with it. He's picked up by White. The shot by Shakur, no good. Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against Charlotte.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
Pass to Bledsoe. Klingon the screen for Bledsoe. And Boston with the rebound.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Here's McCain. Goes up on the wing. Nice jump shot. Good.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, I was able to talk with the head coach of the Blazers for a minute. He knows how much Jayson Tatum can impact the game. Coach told me Tatum has improved the way he reads the game, how he responds to a defense. He's faster. That means we have to be crisp with how we rotate and send a double. Not a lot of wiggle room on the floor when Tatum is processing information. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, thanks. Get a break in the action. Now let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Boston. They've done well enough to be in 5th place in the conference so far.
And, you know, for Boston, it looks at this point like they will not enjoy home court advantage in the postseason. That was a spot that a lot of people had them penciled into at one point.
Pass to White. Back to Brown. Fires from deep. Hands it from downtown. Brown's got 5.
That three-point shooting sets up every aspect of Jaylen Brown's game. What a pretty shot.
Henderson passes to Porzingis. Here is Shakur. Bledsoe outside. Puts one up from 19. A shot by Shakur, no good. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter.
Well, Mr. Ayton decides, why just lay it up when you can finish with authority?
Porzingis with a screen on White. Porzingis with the ball, outguarded by Tatum. A shot by Shakur, no good. The Celtics have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Here's White. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Porzingis. And we talk about Derek White. Doris, how impressive has his rise been?
Kevin, it's been both impressive and sometimes feels improbable. He was not highly recruited. There were no expectations on him when he arrived in the NBA. This guy has turned himself into one of the premier defenders from the guard spot, an excellent shot blocker, and so rock steady as a ball handler on the offensive end.
Good.
Well, the increasing strength of Jayson Tatum is making it harder to knock him off his path. That is nice.
Here is Shakur. What a tremendous game he played against Houston. Trailblazers moving the ball around. To halt the run, he lays it in. 8 points for him.
Yeah, Porzingis, because he's a scoring threat, that's going to open up opportunities for him to find his teammates.
Outside Tatum. Here's McCain. His last outing, he had 8 points. And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Kamar is checked in. So it's the Celtics now. Pass to Tatum. 6 to shoot. And it's blocked. Henderson against White. Here's Kamar. Here is Shakur. 8 points for him. And that one, good.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
And teams getting geared up great for the stretch run. Does that give you extra motivation as a player?
Oh, yes. Seeing that finish line can really help you out down the stretch. As a player, ending the year strong is key, whether you're in the playoff race or in the locker.
First free throw is good.
We talk about high-effort players. Well, Derek White embodies that very description. Always working hard, always looking to outwork his opponent.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Smart's checked in. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. And let's look now at which teams have been the hottest offensively for the past 10 games. Number 1, the Celtics.
Yeah, what an impressive run for this club. Everybody seems to be in a rhythm in terms of scoring, and they are putting up some big numbers.
Here's Klingon. He's covered by 8. Here is Shakur. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
And that one's good, Ayton.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
And that's just really good situational awareness from Smart, realizing someone was open on that possession.
It's deflected. Here is Shakur. 14 points for him. It's stolen by Brown. Here's White. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And quickly, let's look at the numbers for Marcus Smart. He's averaging about 7 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And when he takes over at the point, he really keeps the offense flowing.
Well, this is a guy who brings a solid skill set. Excellent ball handler, high level of playmaking, the perfect backup point.
Portis, he's checked in for Portland. Boston also with the sub. Abdia's checked in for Jayson Tatum. Smart passes to Portis. Pass to Kamare. There's Shakur. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Out to White. Here's McCain. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through. See if you can get an easy opportunity.
Now Ayton. 11 points last game. Left side, Brown. You know, many see Brown as a scorer, but Doris, he's put more of an emphasis on his defense in recent seasons.
You're exactly right, Kevin. He's taken tremendous pride in asking his coaches to put him on the best offensive player. When he's the point of attack defensively, look out. He can give a lot of headaches to ball handlers.
Here is Shakur. He's covered by Brown. Portis kicks to Shakur. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Pass to Klingon. Shoots over Richards. A nice shot by Klingon. And the Trailblazers lead by 1. Now Richards. Now here's Brown. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
Well, that's where you use your athleticism and agility if you're Jaylen Brown, navigating to a high percentage look.
Portis, the rebound by Richards. For Boston, they've gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Here's Brown. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Klingon's got 4 rebounds now tonight. 1:52 left to play here in the first. Smart with the ball. Picked up by Brown. Portis, the pass to Shakur. And Boston with the rebound. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Well, they came into that game looking to be physical, looking to control the boards, and they succeeded.
That control of the boards, I felt, fed their offense. There were a ton of second chances, a lot of confidence their bigs could dominate the glass.
Here's Pritchard, guarded by Smart. Pritchard passes to Brown. They set the pick. 3-pointer. Kept alive. Shoots the 3. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Boy, what a pass by Jaylen Brown. Probably one of his most improved areas.
Can't cash in from close range. Celtics leading by 4. 34 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Both teams deciding to change it up. Now a timeout called by Portland. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
On the floor for your Trailblazers.
Here is Shakur. 16 points for him. Bledsoe dishes to Shakur. Back to Bledsoe. Shoots over Abdia. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Bledsoe's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
Well, I'll tell you, I love that he's not afraid to take on the size mismatch there, Greg. It doesn't matter. Just make shots.
Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Klingon. Then there's Scoot Henderson. And it's Bledsoe in at the small forward. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Porzingis and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Jayson Tatum.
This is not the big guy you want to foul. Kristaps Porzingis, an excellent free throw shooter.
And when Porzingis goes to work inside, Doris, there are not a lot of answers for his size.
We know, Kevin, obviously, that post-ups become less and less a part of the game, but still an important one opportunistically. And you talk about efficiency in the post, that is Kristaps Porzingis. But not only that, the mid-range game is there, the three-point game is there, and the defense is there.
Screen by Porzingis. Shakur kicks to Bledsoe. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It'll go. The Boston lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Porzingis.
Well, you love to see Porzingis battling through contact down low. That's a tremendous finish.
The 3 from Tatum. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got his 5th rebound in this one. That's to Porzingis. Porzingis is double. Bledsoe passes to Henderson. Over White. Rebound by the Celtics. Ayton's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Tatum. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, coming out of high school at 6'0", Derek White didn't receive any full scholarship offers. He says it was humbling, but it drove me to get better. Each time you have the doubters, you just put a little chip on your shoulder. The 29th pick overall in 2017, he's come a long way. Kevin, those chips are still there.
You're so right, David. Thanks. He's become a heck of a player. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants to talk to his guys. Avdia's checked in for the Celtics. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Outside, Avdia. Back to Brown. Pass to McCain. Boston again missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Portis a screen on White. Out to Porzingis. It's good. This game is all even. Porzingis has got 8.
Now this is why they call him the unicorn. Porzingis off the catch, ready to rise and fire. That's 7'3", everybody.
Pass to McCain. Here's Brown. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Portis. Avdia with the rebound.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Back to White. The 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Now it's a 5-point Celtic lead.
He's not always assertive on the catch, but Derek White rise and fire from 3-point, and it is on target.
For 3, Portis finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
And how about the payback there, guys? You do you, I do me.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire, a little bit of pride at stake.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Pass to McCain. Here is Shakur. 20 points for him. Over in the quarter, Porzingis.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Out to Henderson. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. It's deflected. Here is Shakur. Defended by Avdia.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
Welcome to the floor, your Trailblazers stat team. On the court is Joe. Who wants to update their fit tonight with a free t-shirt? Make a little noise.
Having an efficient three-point attack, very tough to defend. Let's see some of the best. Fifth best, the Trailblazers.
No doubt, they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
Outside, White. Here's Ayton. Shoots over Klingon. And it's Ayton missing.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question, he altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Shakur passes to Bledsoe. Takes the three. Avdia with the rebound. Avdia's got rebound number 5 here tonight. The Celtics working the ball around now. Here's McCain. Shoots from the right block. Misses off the left iron. We've got 33 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here is Shakur. He's got 22. Bledsoe kicks to Shakur. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Trailblazers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. That one drops. He ties it up. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Boston. Sinks that one from the post. Brown's got 16. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes.
Ayton kicks to Tatum. Stolen by Bledsoe. Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. Then it's White. And it's McCain in at the 2 spot. Brown outside. Tatum wide open. He fires one. And it's off from three-point range. Henderson finds Porzingis. Henderson outside. To the left wing. Fires for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Now it's a 6-point Trailblazer lead.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's McCain. It's his first trip to the line.
And what a season he's had at the foul line thus far. 86% from the line.
Okay. Taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Good on both. Here's Henderson. No scoring in this one. Here is Shakur. Mr. Porzingis. Porzingis is doubled. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Ayton a screen on Porzingis. Tatum from 3.
How about that? The quick feet, quick thinking makes the play an easy one in screen and roll action for Jayson Tatum.
It's safe to say Jayson Tatum is a bona fide superstar.
He certainly is, Kevin, and really been a big-time star from the time he was 23 years old. Lots of pressure on this young player, but Jayson's not only embraced it, he's thrived under it.
Porzingis against Tatum. Shoots from 14. It's all in by the Trailblazers. Henderson looking it over. Outside, Porzingis. Here is Shakur. In the corner, Henderson with it. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over White. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Looking for a breather, and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. You look at Portland, they've had a great season, and will look to extend that into the playoffs.
Yeah, and when you look at Portland, they've done a good job staying relevant this season. I mean, I was concerned they'd suffer a drop-off, but just give them credit. They've hung in here in this playoff race.
The resiliency has been crucial for this team. Anytime it looks like they may start to drag a little bit, they've picked it back up and stayed in the hunt.
Shakur kicks to Porzingis. Porzingis sets the pick for Henderson. And he lays it straight in. Henderson's got the lead up to 9 now for Portland.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
White dishes to Brown. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
Jaylen Brown very capable of taking stretches of games over. Right now, he's got the entire offensive arsenal working.
Goes back up. And Porzingis with the lay-in. Porzingis has got 4 this quarter.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Brown the pass to White. The 3 from Tatum. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
Porzingis with a screen on White. Outside for Bledsoe. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game. Looking now at some numbers for Jayson Tatum. The past month has been surreal. He's putting up about 21 points per, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. And what is crazy is that these numbers might not even do his game justice. He's been phenomenal.
Feels like every night this guy does something that just blows your mind. So fun to watch. Someone the other players look up to.
Portland leading by 6. Here is Shakur. Mr. Porzingis. Over White. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Brown with it from past the arc. Boston, no good that time either.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the 3-point lane.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Nice ball movement by Boston. McCain drops in the tray. McCain's got 7 points.
Well, if you leave someone that wide open, Derek White will put it on time and on target.
It's Bledsoe on the wing. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Tatum's shot is off.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Henderson kicks to Shakur. Pass to Porzingis. Here is Shakur. He has 29. For 3, Bledsoe, count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
White finds 8. White against Henderson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Scoot Henderson.
When you are the aggressor, being assertive, very often you're going to get the whistle, as Derek White did there.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Kumar is checked in. Avia's checked in for Boston. There's Shakur, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Pass to Henderson. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and stolen by Ayton. In the corner, Tatum with it. Tatum laces the 3.
Watch out. Tatum's going to stretch the defense all over the place if he's knocking down threes from the corner.
Henderson passes to Shakur. Up top, Henderson. Light covering. Henderson, no good.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him. Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been terrific at turning turnovers into points. Number 1, the Trailblazers.
You know, it's not just the turnovers they're forcing. I mean, they're converting at the other end. And you know what? It puts a lot of pressure on you to play perfect.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Laravia's checked in, and it's Pritchard in for Tatum. Henderson kicks to Shakur. And he converts the layup. He has 31.
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
Brown feeling it out a bit. White left side. And a missed layup.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
And the basket by Chaminade.
I love the efficiency he's playing with tonight. Not scoring as much as usual, but he's been effective, and they're winning.
White, a screen on Bledsoe. Pass to White. Fires the 3. Bledsoe with the rebound. Bledsoe's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Henderson, and then Henderson with the jam.
Explosive in every way. The quick first step, and then you see the hop.
Celtics trail by 13. Here's Pritchard. Still scoreless. Pass to Laravia. Nailed from three-point land.
Pretty dime there. The kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
It's Bledsoe on the wing. We've got 1:48 left to play in the third. Inside. And there's Clingan. That's good on the assist by Henderson. And it's 8 points for Donovan Clingan.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
It's Brown on the wing. Guarded by Bledsoe.
Boy, it's been a struggle in this quarter, and the team needs more from him. There's no doubt.
Pass to Clingan. Here is Shakur. He has 31. For 3, Henderson. And it's White with the rebound. Stolen by Bledsoe. Rebound, Boston. And they've got time, Greg, to chip away at this lead.
Yeah, still lots of time, but they have to play smart if they want to erase this deficit.
Here's Pritchard, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. 29 seconds left in the third. Henderson right side. Pass to Klingon. Here's Kamare. Defended by Avdia. Shot clock at 5. Portland no good that time either. To the middle. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Trailblazers lead by 10. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
They're just true artists.
They've got Smart, and it's Bledsoe in at the 3 slot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Ayton a screen on Bledsoe. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
These are the kinds of plays that can be game changers, that can make you hang your head.
Shakur passes to Porzingis. Here is Shakur. Henderson finds Bledsoe. Here is Shakur. He's covered by Brown. Pulls up on the wing. Here's Porzingis. It's good, and that takes him to 77% shooting this game, 10 for 13.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
The shot's good. Tatum's got 30.
Well, they're not behind because of this guy. He is putting on a tremendous run.
There's the pick. Over in the quarter, Porzingis drains it from beyond the arc. Porzingis has got the lead up to 13 now for the Trailblazers.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and hitting them up.
Tatum, a 3 of his own.
Well, Jayson Tatum with the answer from 3. That's how you stop an opponent's momentum.
Trailblazers have gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth, 8 of 12. Over to the left wing. Klingon's shot is off. Celtics trail by 10. Outside, White. There's Brown with the 3. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
Shakur. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
What a play.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And taken away by Brown. Here's White, and White slams it in.
Well, that's what you call speed, being the difference in transition. Off the steal, Derek White so heads up.
Henderson passes to Shakur. Klingon with it. Into the lane. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He has 40.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Outside Tatum. Ayton sets the pick for Tatum. Pass to Avdia. That 3 off the mark.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Henderson passes to Porzingis.
You get the sense his teammates recognize Kristaps Porzingis is in rhythm. Let's keep feeding him.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. Outside Avdia. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. During the break, listened in with Joe Mazzulla and his team. Well, coach is frustrated with his guys. He let them know that the turnovers have to stop. He begged them to take better care of the ball. We'll see if they heeded the message. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And here's Tatum for three. Trailblazers leading by 11. Henderson passes to Porzingis. And again, it's Portland converting.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Bledsoe against Brown. Bledsoe with the defensive effort.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Timeout, Blazers. Henderson against White. Here is Shakur. Rebound, Boston. Tatum's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Brown against Bledsoe. Brown inside. And here's Tatum for three. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Tatum's got 36.
Boy, that jumper is as pure as it gets. Jayson Tatum off a pass from his teammate makes easy work of it.
The wide open look here for Porzingis. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ayton. Here's Henderson. Pass to Porzingis. Here is Shakur. Back to Porzingis. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Porzingis has got 33 points.
You have to know how to play pick and roll in today's NBA, and Porzingis has got great instincts of when to dive and when to fade.
And it's Brown missing.
No one near him on that one, and I'm not sure why he felt like he needed to fade away.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Trailblazers.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
Now a timeout called by Boston. 30 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
For our Trailblazers stud team. Here they come, man.
30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. McCain's shot is off. Now a timeout called by Portland. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And they've got this one just about.